With the 200th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select
Kyle Murphy, tackle, Stanford.
Go, Pack, go!
Mike, that cannot have gone over well here in Chicago, the Go Pack Go chant. But the selection of Kyle Murphy, perhaps the big tackle out of Palo Alto.
I watched tape of I watched him with Josh Garnett at the same time. They played right next to each other, and they really work well together. I thought Kyle Murphy, one of the things that stood out about him is that he was such a good teammate in terms of working together as one fluid unit at Stanford, and that's what they do. That's who they are. Now, the problem for Kyle Murphy is once you get him outside of that unit and you look at the individual piece, he's not as strong as he needs to be. I think his athleticism is a little bit limited. So inside the scheme, Bucky, it looks good. But when you take him outside of it and you make him a draft pick, that's when people get to pick you apart a little bit.
I think you can say that about a number of Stanford offensive linemen. We've seen a number of guys that have gone on and have been drafted. They may play better collectively than they do individually. And so the tough part of scouting is to be able to look at the player and see, can what he does in this scheme be translated and assimilated into another scheme when he doesn't have the comfort of the guys that he's been used to for 3, 4, 5 years?
Well, that becomes kind of a thing. You know, you expect, hey, these tackles, these linemen out of Stanford, they play well as a unit but not individually. I remember back when that was the knock on Cal quarterbacks, that Jeff Tedford was able to get these guys to be productive in a Golden Bear uniform, but they couldn't really make the transition, and it was a little bit of the reason why Aaron Rodgers slid.
Mike Leach quarterbacks in Texas Tech or quarterbacks in the air raid system.
Baylor guys. Yeah.
There's some of those things that you have to look for. So you really, as a scout, you really got to dig deeper than just the surface level to see if they can make it at the next level.
Yeah, and I think, but, you know, I don't like dinging. I just think Kyle Murphy's got some physical deficiencies that may hurt him, may not hurt him. But when you get to the NFL, you got to work as a fluid unit anyway. So I think that's an advantage to being able to do it. You just have to have a certain minimum level of core strength, and I don't know if he has it. We'll find out, though.